Welcome back to PerpTech Daily. I'm Aaron. In today's video, we have a lot to cover when it comes to the macro and the news that happened with the Clarity Act in the Senate, what's going on with Lighter and the whale that keeps bidding Lighter, and pump fund updates as well. We got a lot to cover in today's video. But first, as always, let's cover the price of Bitcoin and other crypto assets and more. Bitcoin right now is sitting around $65,000, just trading in this range. We come down, kind of the main focus, at least when it comes to crypto, besides the Clarity Act talk. Lighter's been absolutely ripping. You can see it even broke out of this range here. And it's really due to at least from what people are talking about on Twitter, this one whale. But you can see the bid has been pretty nonstop. This one whale has kind of just been nonstop bidding. Pump fund retracing a little bit after this good run. Personally, I'm liking all pump fund and Lighter dips. I think Hyperliquid 2 sitting around $55, looking really good as well. Not sure if we'll be able to maintain this range, but I think anywhere between I think this range is a really good spot. And even Lighter, I think Lighter still, even though yes, you would be buying maybe a possible local top right here, I think anything below $3 is a steal in my opinion. Same with Pump Fund as well. And take a look at Meteora. Let's go to Meteora. Meteora's looking good. I mean, I've been talking about this, and just look, it's been holding this range now for. It's a very small market cap coin, so it can get moved really easily, but it's holding this range well, so I like Meteora. Let's go to gold and silver. This is probably something we may be talking about in these coming weeks. Gold is starting to move up again, up almost 3% today, and silver up almost 4% today. Or is this the fake out? Is this the dead cat bounce? Or are we going to see gold actually run it back? Now, I personally think the people that run the show, let's just call it that, are not going to want to see. Gold is a big indicator for things aren't going well and the system is breaking. When people think of, oh, gold's going to the moon, they think hyperinflation, they think that the system is not working. And I don't know. I just don't think they're going to want to see gold go back to 7. I don't think they would want to see gold rip to 6K, 7K. Maybe it happens. I don't know. If we take a look at the S&P 500, it's looking like it could be gearing up for another all-time high. Absolutely ridiculous. If we go to our tech stocks, Palantir continuing to rip, SpaceX ripping today. MicroStrategy is even up 5% today. SCRC looks like it's recovering. Yeah, pretty good stuff. So now let's move on to our macro news. So guys, if you didn't hear, the Clarity Act did not get passed. Okay, so didn't happen, and they decided they want to wait. And they're probably, once again, I said on the show, nobody knows when it's actually going to get passed. It's going to get passed at some point, but yeah, I mean, I guess they didn't care enough to pass it. The U.S. economy loses 23,000 jobs in July, lower than expectations. U.S. unemployment rate falls to 4.1%, which, can be seen as a good thing. But on the other side of that, if inflation continues to run hot, that will give the Fed more leeway to raise rates. So, yes, of course, this is a good thing, but in terms of crypto asset prices, stuff like that, if inflation runs hot and the economy isn't losing that many jobs, they're probably going to end up raising rates again. I don't think it's going to happen this year, but I'm just saying that's kind of what the scenario would play out if they did. So, yeah. Now let's move on to our Hyperliquid stats. Look at Hyperliquid right now, up 500K TWAP buys. There's also some big news with some big whales on staking. We'll cover that later in the video. Lighter data, we go to lighterdata.io. We can see Lighter's been doing over $1 billion worth of volume in the last 24 hours. Open interest, kind of just chopping. If we go to some of the metrics, the OI has kind of just remained the same, to be honest. We can see the account traders has been gone and going up in the past couple of days, which is good. If we go to protocol fees, you can see that Pump Fund is number 3 again. Basically number 1 excluding the stablecoin issuers. If you exclude the stablecoin issues, Pump Fund is number 3. Sorry, I know you guys can't see my camera, but I was looking over at something. That's why my words came out weird there. But anyways, Uniswap's a little bit behind Pump Fund, and this is due to the Robinhood, I think, Cash Cat listing. I think that probably drove a ton of volume for them, so really good stuff. But now let's talk about the Lighter whale. All right, so He's up in T-whopping light once again, up to a nearly 10M position, seemingly unlimited stablecoins left. So yesterday, in the past, like, I don't know, day or 48 hours or something, Eric here on Twitter, who's a massive ETH whale, has been reporting on another ETH whale. Maybe it's himself, who even knows. He's back. Mega OG ETH whale. Basically, there's an ETH whale that bought Ethereum under $1, and he's probably a billionaire because he just has like $100 million or something like that sitting in a wallet. And he's been rapidly just buying lighter, and now his position's up to $10 million worth of lighter. And apparently he has like $50 million worth of stables just left in that one wallet, which is absolutely ridiculous. And it shows you where things are going. You know, at the end of the day, I've been saying this on the show every single day, and it's, guys, lighter is, I think it will win with retail, but I think in terms of the price action, I think it's going to be the big money who's going to end up front running this trade, because they know that once lighter gets the license and gets and the Clarity Act passes, the distribution lighter is going to see is massive. I think when the big U.S. companies are going to look to partner with some sort of liquidity layer, I think they're going to go to lighter. We'll see what happens, but really good to see this kind of price action. Once again, long-term thinking, but whales are getting in, and I just think it's the beginning. I think there will be institutional bids on lighter one day. Anyways, take a look at this. Just want to throw this out here. A little opportunity for some of you guys who may be interested. Take a look at this from the official lighter page. Lighter prover process production blocks with hundreds of transactions. Together with Egan Labs, we're launching the Lighter Prover Challenge, an open competition to make it faster with 15K lit in prizes. Take a look at this. Run an agent, test an optimization, submit the results. Participants can reduce constraint count, speed up transaction proving, and cut total block proving time without compromising proof correctness. Every verified improvement makes the prover faster for everyone, and the best submissions will share the prize pool. So if you want to participate in this, you can do this. Just go to the Lighter Twitter. All right, now let's talk about this. So breaking news, 336,000 hype tokens have been unstaked. So Loracle unstaked $18.8 million worth of hype. And we'll see what happens here. And once again, we don't know what's going to happen. But yeah, so Lewis here thinks his Hyperliquid is going to go to around $30 to $40 in the short term. So we'll see. Now let's go to Pump Fund. Pump Fund just threw out a big update. So social trading just leveled up on the Pump Fund app. Call out tokens, alert every single follower, trade with zero fees, trade cross-chain seamlessly with USDC. Big update, and Alon, one of the co-founders of Pump Fund, tweeted this out. The Pump Fund app has seen huge upgrades recently. We've been keeping our ears close to the trenches to focus on building the most performant, reliable, and feature-complete app that puts our users at the forefront of opportunity. The first major change in introduction of social features, which rewards good traders with exposure to their account, as well as helping new users and natives alike in finding good narratives to trade. To kick this off, we'll be highlighting some of the top traders on the app so you know who's worth following. Really good stuff. So I'm super bullish on the Pump Fund team. Not only do they put up really good revenue, but their team is constantly innovating and chipping. And I think what they're doing with their app is really good. The biggest problem that crypto has historically had in terms of onboarding retail has been the fact that it's very hard to understand and very hard to use. And people do not, at the end of the day, people do not want to learn a bunch of bullshit. And this app that Pump Fund is building is retail friendly, kind of like FOMO. Very good stuff. Love to see it. Bullish Pump Fund. They keep on chipping. Good mind share. But yeah, guys, that's all we got for today's video. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, go follow me on X, and join the Discord, and I'll see you Monday.